Umaasa si Vice President Sara Duterte na maiuwi ang kanilang ama na si dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte sa Davao City. Ito ay kung mapagbibigyan ang hiling nilang interim release dahil na rin sa kalusugan ng dating Pangulo. Bago ito, sinabi ng Vice Presidente na may pumayag ng bansa para magsilbing host sa pansamantalang kalayaan ng ama. Ayon kay ICC Assistant to Counsel na si Attorney Cristina Conti, posibleng ang Netherlands ang tinutukoy na bansa ng Vice Presidente. Para pag-usapan yan, magkakasama natin si ICC Assistant to Counsel, Attorney Cristina Conti. Magandang tanghali po sa inyo, Attorney. Salamat po sa oras.
Magandang umaga sa akin.
So, Attorney, yun nga po. So, pumayag nga ho ba ang Netherlands para sa interim release?
Cheryl, hindi. Hindi ko yata nabanggit yan. Ang nasabi ko lang ay the Netherlands is being considered as among the countries as suggested by the defense for interim release. There are other countries, in fact, redacted nga yung isa na parang ultimate destination. The thing is that the Netherlands is being envisioned as, at sabi kasi ng defense, can you ask, respectfully asking the court to do so, can you ask the Netherlands to comment if they can, what they think about transit, number one, kasi dito talaga dadaan. And then number two, what if things fall through, can Rodrigo Duterte stay on either partially or fully for the period of his interim release? So mas ganon yung proposal ng defense.
Okay. Kasi yun nga po, ang sabi ni VP Sara daw ay may pumayag na ngang bansa na magsisilbing host.
She has not disclosed that country, and until now that other country, the name has been redacted. Yung Netherlands lang ang nakita natin doon sa filing sa ICC, which are of course public and at that point, redacted, pero yung Netherlands, hindi nila tinanggal. Well, it's obvious because the Netherlands is the host country of the ICC, and the moment he steps out of prison, talagang magpapaalam ka sa Netherlands.
Sa recent interview rin po ni Vice President Sara Duterte, gusto nilang maiuwi si dating Pangulong Duterte sa Davao City. Sakaling payagan daw po yung kanyang interim release. Posible po ba ito considering we're not a member of the ICC anymore?
Well, I would say theoretically, yes. But I hope they understand that it's not just the country that's at stake. Kumbaga, hindi porket pumayag na yung, sabihin na natin, sige, hindi kami member, pero papayag kami. Hindi porke ganun, tapos na ang usapan. Doon nga sa filing ng prosecution at saka ng victims representative, kahapon lang, kagabi ito, yung in-insist nila ay, unang-una sa lahat, ano yung batayan para palayain ka? At merong tinatawag na 3 risk factors. Yung ikaw ba ay babalik para magpakita ulit kung magkahiring na. Pangalawa, hindi mo ba papakialaman yung proceedings o yung witnesses o yung mga taong involved. At pangatlo, hindi ka ba gagawa ng dagdag krimen? Mataas ang risk na gawin niya lahat yan kung uuwi siya ng Pilipinas. Kaya pinaka tinututulan ng mga biktima. Kung ang tanong naman ay, di sige, doon na lang sa malapit, what if sa the Netherlands, hindi pa rin mabubura yung risk factors. At para sa amin, kailangan tingnan ito na mas yung kondisyon. Bakit ka palalabasin? At kung palalabasin ka, paano ma-ensure yung integridad ng proceedings?
Ano po yung magiging konsiderasyon kaya ng ICC bago magdesisyon kung papayagan ba ang interim release niya, kagaya po ng isang akusado, doon po sa 3 nabanggit nyo. But other than that, ay yun po bang estado ng kanyang kalusugan ay pwedeng makonsider?
Unlikely in a sense that the court will look at the basis according to the Rome Statute, according to the rules. If you have a medical condition, they can allow for special consideration while in detention. Kumbaga, iniisip din nila yung safety of the general public. This is someone who is a flight risk, etc., etc. sabi nga ng prosecution, well and good that he's committing that he will not commit any crimes, but there is history. At yun yung hindi mo makakalimutan hindi mo lang basta mag-gloss over na, oo, hindi ko nagagawin yan, oo, hindi na ako mag-i-intimidate. Samantalang dati, nung sinimulan siyang imbestigahan ng Senado, nung panahon ng presidente siya, pinakulong niya si Laila de Lima.
Mhm.
Kaya maraming mabigat na factor para hindi siya palabasin.
Mhm.
Kung sakasakaling kailangan niya ng health or medical related assistance, the ICC could provide that while he is in detention. Or maybe he could be sent to a care home. Ang hinihingi nila 24-hour care.
Mhm.
It's either somebody is appointed to be his 24-hour carer inside the detention facility, or he could be sent out to a care home outside.
Hmm.
Pero hindi yung choice mo na pauwiin na lang yan. May problema kami doon na parang ito yung gawain ng pag ikaw you have been in power for too long, you think that your conditions, your parameters will be the only thing that will solve the problem. Kumbaga, may problema siya, o di okay, pauwiin. Hindi po ganun yung ICC. They will look at the detainees medically, both physically and mentally, and assess. Take it from there, kumbaga.
Mhm. Tinawag na delaying tactics po ng mga kritiko ang hakbang ng kampo ni dating Pangulong Duterte kaugnay sa kanyang kalusugan. Ano po ang reaksyon ng pamilya ng mga biktima dito sa development na ito?
Agree 100%. Kasi parang yung timing, number one, ng mga submissions ng defense, parang suspetyoso. If President Duterte, the former president, had been unfit for trial from the very beginning, as his attorney says, then why raise it 5 months after he was arrested? Right on the brink, on the eve of the hearing, confirmation of charges hearing. Second, it's one pleading, one request after the other. They started essentially with, kung naalala nyo pa, sinubukan nilang ipa-disqualify yung judges.
Mhm.
Tapos disqualification request, tapos ipa-disqualify yung judges. Later on, interim release, tapos may gusto ding ipa-disqualify na prosecutor. Tapos ganito, tapos ganito. They've been throwing, kumbaga, all sorts of motions and requests to the pre-trial chamber that at some point, kaya nga na-delay at some point, the pre-trial chamber has had no, kumbaga, choice but to delay the proceedings. And that's calculated, we think.
Mhm. Pagdating po sa tunay na kalusugan ni dating Pangulong Duterte, paano po ba yan malalaman? Hindi po ba talaga naglalabas ang ICC ng kunwari po yung pinaka-latest status, especially kagaya po niyan ay ang sinasabi nga po ng mga anak ni dating Pangulong Duterte ay may mga pagkakataon na hinimatay siya, and also ngayon may problema na po sa nagiging makakalimutin na. Para rin maliwanagan doon sa totoong estado ng kalusugan ng dating Pangulo, kayo po ba, kung hindi man isinasa publiko, at least man lang po ba both camps, sa pamilya at sa kampo po ninyo, ay napoprovide po ng ICC? May ganoon po ba?
Well, technically yes, but not in the sense ng bulletin na parang announcement to all. Ito yung status niya. Just today, the defense has provided some medical information.
Mhm.
I understand. Kasama nung submission niya ay yung mismong report. Yung either party can provide this information to the court, and the court will decide on his status.
Mhm.
Pero to be particular about fitness to stand trial, expert ang magpapasya niyan. The defense already has an expert. So medyo specific yung point na to sa fitness to stand trial. Kasi sa totoo yung fitness to stand trial, they're claiming it as a mental or cognitive impairment.
Mhm.
Hindi siya physical Although it could be related because of the age. Pero
Mhm.
mas mental or cognitive. Now, the prosecution also wants to appoint their own expert para kumbaga magkatalo. ang nakita namin from experience, the ICC pretrial chamber, the judges, can appoint an independent panel of
Mhm.
experts.
Mhm,
So we
mhm.
should be able to rely on their findings. However, baka hindi yan isa-publiko ito.
Mhm,
Yun yung
mhm.
medyo disbentahin natin kasi stricto ang ICC and even Dutch law sa medical confidentiality and patient autonomy. Yung
Mhm.
pasyente ang magpapasya kung kailan ipapalabas ang impormasyon tungkol sa kanya. At
Hmm.
ang confidentiality, binding sa lahat ng involved sa care niya. Yung
Mhm.
doktor hindi pwedeng maya-maya magmi-media tapos ito po ang kanyang
Mhm.
status.
Mhm, mhm.
Laging yung may katawan ang mapagpasya.
Mhm. At kung nangyari po yoong nahimatay, may seryosong, sakit or problema po sa kalusugan ng isang, nakakulong po, ay agad-agad naman pong sinasabihan ang, pamilya at maging ang defense?
Well, it depends on pero nabanggit mo nga on the gravity, pero nabanggit mo kung seryosong-seryoso katulad ng nadala sa ospital, well dapat it should be in the protocol. Pero I'm looking at it, mas talagang yung patient autonomy. Mukhang kahit madala ka ng ospital, as long as you are conscious and you know what's happening, ikaw ang mapagpasya. Kung siguro, nabagok ang ulo at kumbaga walang malay, hindi makapagpasya, doon papasok yung tinatawag na medical proxy. Ito yung next of kin na kumbaga magpapasya para sa'yo.
Mhm.
Pero kung hindi naman gano'n kagrabe, kumbaga, without offense, kung hindi naman gano'n kagrabe, posibleng hindi required na sabihan yung kapamilya o kaya yung defense.
Mhm.
Nadapa is a whole lot different from
Mhm.
nadapa at naging unconscious.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nahimatay, ng maybe for a few seconds,
Mhm.
compared to, nahimatay tapos kinailangang i-ospital,
Mhm.
yan yung issue. Although, kailangan ding tingnan na kung yung medical, facility na pinuntahan, nag-recommend na kumbaga serious ito at
Mhm.
kailangang sabihan na
Mhm.
yung mga kamag-anak. May
So,
ganong klase ng
ah,
discretion.
Attorney Conti, kanina po nabanggit nyo na may medical information po kayo nakuha. I know you can't maybe share yung details of it, pero ano
Oh,
po ba?
it's on the website of the
All
ICC.
right.
Ako, we do not and we cannot, and even if I get any information about the health of Duterte, I cannot disclose it out of both ethical and professional reasons. But it's on the ICC website. It's the defense that disclosed. It's a redacted version of a report. Pero tapos sabi niya, kadugtong yung report, pero syempre hindi naka-upload. Pero nonetheless, klaro na alam naman ng ICC ang lahat ng nangyayari. Yung
Mhm.
mga redacted version, pang-public lang naman talaga yon.
Mhm.
Kumbaga may kailangang protektahan din. And this is for the safety and
Mhm.
security of the suspect.
Mhm. Attorney, panghuli na lamang po, ano po yung dapat abangan ng publiko sa susunod na mga linggo kaugnay ng kasong ito? May impormasyon ho ba kayo doon sa, kanina lamang po ay nakausap namin si former Senator Antonio Trillanes na maglalabas pa raw po ng dagdag na arrest warrant ang ICC sa iba pang personalidad katulad po ni Senator Bato at Senator Bongo na sangkot daw ho sa war on drugs?
Well, I would want that, but then again, um, yung proceedings sa ICC, considering that I am involved, um, have to be to some extent confidential. Katulad nung nangyari na paghuli kay Duterte, hindi sinapubliko yung warrant of arrest,
Mhm.
pero na-effect yung arrest. So may
Mhm.
ganong tacticizing pagdating dyan. And I would invite the general public and even the media not to speculate about matters that is not disclosed by the ICC. Kumbaga may rason patungkol dito at may hangganan naman yon, of course, yung sa health reasons. Kung may mali talaga sa protocol or sa regulations yung ICC, kailangan silang i-call out. Pero so far, we've seen that in terms of arrest, effective. Yung secret, pero mahuhuli. Dito sa medical, they have emphasized that the autonomy and confidentiality of the patient is supreme.
Marami pong salamat sa inyong oras at magandang umaga po dyan, Attorney Cristina Conti, ang ICC Assistant to Counsel.